pretties, welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, it is another Girl Grab a Glass special edition. It's really special because guess what, y'all? I don't have a glass today.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
I know y'all probably like, girl, let me click the hell out this video right now. But listen, Linda, listen, okay? It is 4 o'clock. I've been reporting. I need to freaking go cook dinner, wash all this off, and go to the gym. So if I start grabbing a glass, ain't nothing gonna get done. But this topic is long overdue, and this question is long overdue. So as you know, I have an email address. It's girlgrabaglass@gmail.com. I know, so freaking original. What you can do with that email is you can send me emails into things that you want me to talk about, topics, questions that you have about me, questions you have about yourself, and I will come and discuss them every week. So one question that I got, and it's interesting because as long as I've had this channel, as long as I've had my other channels, I've never discussed this topic. And I've never discussed this topic just because I am the type of person who I am. This question was in reference to me being a lesbian. Let's be honest. That word is like so loaded, and I can tell I don't say it enough because it feels weird rolling off of my tongue.
No, Faith said lesbian.
All right, no big deal. Faith said lesbian. Hold on.
So she asked me about coming out. I never really came out. I mean, I told my mom. She kind of needed to know. I told my girlfriend. She needed to know it was not an experiment at this point anymore. My siblings, they just kind of put 2 and 2 together. You really can't hide things from kids too long. Kids ain't going with that little excuse. Like, they know that like aunties just don't live together and live together for years and they best friends. Like, kids, they just throw it out the window. If you're trying to tell your kids that are your siblings that, forget about it. And I never really did an official coming out. I always joke that being a feminine woman, you kind of have to come out on a daily basis. Just because I'll give you, for instance, when I am freelancing at Lancome working, I always have someone come up to me and ask me about my boyfriend or my husband, or they'll see a ring on my finger and say, oh, you're engaged, what's his name? And it's just like, wait a minute, Martha. I wanted to just grab my laptop real quick so I could read the rest of the question off. So you also asked me, when did I have my first lesbian experience? I have my first lesbian experience, I was probably in high school. Yeah, it does have to definitely be in high school, maybe 14, 15 years. I remember like being in 9th grade and I finally seen a stud, y'all, and I was like, what are these emotions? Like, what's going on here? And you know how like when you are something but you don't want no one to know, so you start making fun of them. So I made this this is another Girl Grab a Glass. I made up this really bad rumor about this girl being gay because really I think it was me, and I was really looking at the studs on the side, and like my brother, all his friends were gay and they were studs, and I was just like, God. I didn't really know how to process these emotions or whatever, but basically 14, 15, that's when I had my first experience. I had one of them studs turn my ass all the way out, almost had me calling her daddy. That was the first experience, y'all. We can go deeper another day. And what made me try out women? I just think genuine curiosity. You know, I've always been a curious person. I consider myself to be, when it comes sexually, a very sexually open person. So I'm very open to trying a lot of things. So as hypocritical as it sounded, because I was making fun of these girls and I was saying things about these girls, it was really because I just wanted to have that experience. So I just needed to have that experience. I'm curious, like I'm a curious person. And I'm like Curious George. My curiosity is not going to be calmed and settled until I just dive in. So I dove in, literally. Now that I've experienced both men and women, what is the biggest difference relationship wise? Okay, relationship wise, I will say being with a man it's kind of harder to explain how you feel, and it's really just because I think that men and women think differently. I think that there is just truth. There's probably some type of scientific study to back this statement, but I think men and women think totally different. So I would find my relationships that I have had with men I don't even know if I can consider them to be men because I was so freaking young. Boys, I can describe those relationships being very difficult to communicate wise. Sexually, I found them very selfish on the male's part. I don't find that with women at all. Just having almost like a best friend, and this can be a catch-20 because I noticed that being that I was dating this woman over this man, I noticed that I kind of started to have a built-in best friend, and it also diminished my wants to actually seek out and find friendships. So y'all know I'm not originally from Maryland, but my girlfriend made me be so comfortable. I was always so comfortable around my girlfriend. It was just like, if I don't care about harboring or fostering other female relationships because I have this female relationship. But as you know, within any healthy relationship, it's good to have outlets. It's good to have people to talk to. It's good for that. So each relationship has its pros and its cons. I'm telling you, when you're with a woman, when it's intense, okay? That means lovemaking is intense. That means your happiness is intense, but that also means that your lows get low. Like, you imagine going toe to toe with a woman and you just not being able to just slap the piss out of her because you love her. That's how it is. That's the difference. And the last question is, do I prefer one over the other? I don't know. I feel like going on here, you know, 25 almost, I have really explored myself and who I am, and I just think that sexuality is such a broad spectrum now. I'm really happy. I'm really happy that, you know, my siblings and my children will grow up into a society that is more accepting of sexuality, and not it just being a I'm gay, I'm straight, I'm bi, or whatever, but it just being a whole spectrum of things. I cannot say who I prefer over anyone else. I can't even necessarily say, and that's why I say it's kind of weird to say lesbian. I feel like I am in a lesbian relationship right now, but I cannot say this is for everything for me and God. But if just for some reason, you know, she went crazy and she didn't want to make this a forever thing, I cannot say that I would be with a man next or a woman next, or, you know, I don't know. That just time will tell. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I hope that you really enjoyed it. If there's any questions that you feel like I left out or anything you want to know, comment down below. Also, remember to hit up the email GIRLGRABAGLASS. Take a shot of vodka for me, okay, y'all, because I'm about to go sprinting. I'd rather be taking shots of vodka with y'all, but take a shot of vodka for me and leave a little vodka glass down below. And email me some questions. All right, y'all. I am out of here. Remember to stay pretty. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.